Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica. Thanks for checking out the video. We're here to talk about a post review of a kit that I finished just before the end of the year. And it's called Cozy Christmas Evening by Ali Corti /artlicensing.com, and it is a Dreamer design kit. This is the first Dreamer design kit that I've completed. Everything else that I've completed has been a Diamond Art Club kit. So really I'm comparing this to the Diamond Art Club kits that I've done. And so this kit is a 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter or 23.6 inch square. I started it on December 16th of 2024 and I finished it on December 28th of 2024. So it took me about 12 days, but I had some time off for Christmas and New Year's during that time, so it would have taken me longer otherwise. I worked on it for quite a few hours on several days. And so I'm going to insert some footage that I took initially when I had, when I was working on this diamond painting, talking about my some initial concerns that I had. And I'm going to insert that here so that you can see at least initially what my thoughts were with respect to this diamond painting. Guys, I just had to share, I'm like 20% of the way through this, but I've been working on this blue section where every symbol looks the same and they're blurry and I can't tell what they are. And then look at this terrible, look at that gapping. It's bad. It's not straight. It is terrible. I'm kind of to the point where I don't even care about trying to make it look better. There were some things that I liked about this kit and there were some things that I didn't like. One of the things that I really liked were the AB drills, the Aurora Borealis. I thought they were really nice, really shiny. I'm going to zoom in there. You can see there's a couple lines of them right across here. And they weren't hard to work with the way that some of the Diamond Art Club Aurora Borealis can be. I didn't have a problem with them sticking to my pen. And I thought I actually preferred them to the Diamond Art Club Aurora Borealis that I've used in the past. I also I thought that the colors were really pretty. I thought that the drills themselves were nice. They are very faceted, they're very shiny. I did notice that there was a lot of trash, not particularly with the drills, but with like little chunks of the remains of the drills that they were manufacturing, or even like round globs, for lack of a better term, in the drills. There was a lot of that. I don't save the trash. I just generally throw it on the table somewhere where I'm working on the diamond painting, and then clear off the table really well and vacuum after I'm finished to clear up the, crime scene, if you will, of all the drills after I'm finished. So I don't save them, but I did notice that there were a lot. And the way that I would describe this diamond painting was a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions with respect to the love-hate of it. I do know, because you all have told me, that Dreamer Designs tightened up its grid at some point in the recent months, and that the canvases that we're getting now should have a tighter drill field. And here's the thing, this diamond painting kit was released last year. It's not a new release. And so I don't know whether this is the new tightened drill field or not. So keep that in mind, right? It could be that Dreamer Design has already tightened its drill field and that there's no issues. I, however, found there to be issues. And I'm going to zoom in and probably even take this camera off of the tripod so I can show you better here. But I'm not the best diamond painter in the world, but I was annoyed by the gapping. If you can see here, do you see how crooked that is right there? Over here on the couch, this is where I actually initially started the diamond painting, and it was worse at the beginning. I think it's kind of always harder at the beginning to make sure that you're getting your drills lined up nicely, but I mean, you can see here, there's some gapping, there's some kind of wonky waviness to the drills. And I didn't find that they kind of clipped together as well as my experience has been with the Diamond Art Club kits. So I was disappointed with that. But again, I am gonna continue to need to do some more Dreamer design kits so that I can figure out whether that's been rectified already. It may have been rectified, and I don't want to complain about something that a company took note of and fixed. But my experience with this particular diamond painting was that the drill field was a little larger than I would have liked, and the drills didn't really snap together the way that they tend to do with Diamond Art Club to kind of fix the mistakes that you're making along the way. Another thing that I noticed is the clarity of this kit is not particularly as good. For example, this cat over here on the couch, or chair I should say, it comes through all right on camera, but it's just not as sharp as the last kit that I did, a Christmas kit for Diamond Art Club, had a fox in it, which was perfectly sharp. Looking at this cat with the naked eye, it looks like a little more of a blob than a cat. You can certainly tell what it is, but it takes a minute. And you know, this is not a small, tiny little detail, right? This is just to show the comparison. You know, this is over an inch high and probably 4 or 5 inches long. So this is not a tiny little detail of the kit. You know, I would say the same is true for the remainder of the kit. It's not like it's completely pixelated, but it's just not, like if you look at the stockings there, it's just not as sharp as it could be. I think that also has to do with this kit had 54 colors. I think potentially if it would have had more colors, there would have been more definition. And then as far as the colors go, I just thought there was a few places where it was odd, right? So I'm zooming in on the Christmas tree. This is garland, and it's orange. It's orange, and it just looks kind of odd to me. All right, so the drill field. I talked about the gapping, but I also want to talk about the drill field itself. The symbols were clear for the most part. I did have a little bit of trouble. I was doing this symbol, if it'll focus here, this T symbol, and as I was doing that, I came across many kind of faded symbols, and I thought that there was a diamond, a triangle shaped symbol that was some of these T's. So I'm like trying to differentiate which one is which until luckily I looked at the legend over here and realized that there was no triangle. The T's were printed in a way, or were faded in a way, I'm not sure, that made it difficult to tell that they were T's. So I had that issue. And then my biggest issue was there was a lot of symbols that were very similar to each other. These two symbols are the exact same symbol. One is brown, one is blue. It was not easy to tell, even though they're different colors on the canvas, which one was which. Why you wouldn't just put two different symbols instead of having the exact same symbol when you only have 54 colors, I don't know. But it actually did, like I left a mistake that's in this canvas to show you how it messed with me. So if I zoom in, where is it? Okay, right here. This is that symbol in blue. And if you can see, I filled it in blue. Clearly, after looking at the finished diamond painting, considering that this is the fireplace hearth, it should have been the brown. And I'll change it before I put this kit away, you know, in its pile with the rest of my finished diamond paintings. But I was annoyed. I was having to look at the picture to try to figure out if places were supposed to be blue or whether they were supposed to be brown while I was working on it. And I don't see the reason to have the same symbol ever. Just don't do it. And not only was it those colors, there were 3 different symbols. So a total of 6 colors that were the same in this kit. So, I mean, that's 6 out of 54. it's very frustrating to me. And so this was another one. If you look at it, it's kind of the sideways little, I don't know, hash mark or arrow. And again, it's tan and green. And so that's another example of me having to kind of look more closely, and it just really made the process a little less enjoyable because I was stressed out about whether I was going to make a mistake and have to pull out like 50 drills that I had put in the wrong spot. And then I already partially kitted down, so I don't have the brown color, but this again, this particular symbol, which is just a triangle, we had in both brown and blue. And so again, just come up with some different symbols. It only has 54. Use a different one. And then another thing that I noticed, I'm gonna just put some of these empty containers that I use with the colors down here, is that there do not seem to be, and please let me know if Dreamer Design has a policy on how many drills they give you. You know, I've heard people talk about that Diamond Art Club gives you an extra of 10 to 20% depending on different videos. And I'm not sure if Dreamer Design has a policy on the number of drills that they give you, but I saved some of these containers just to show you that there's not a lot left. So I was a little stressed about, there's 3 of them right there. I was a little stressed about whether I was going to run out of drills during this kit. This was a color that was used a lot. It was a dark green or a brown. No, it's a brown, sorry. That's another symbol that there were 2 of that were exactly the same. So it's not, I'm correcting myself. It's not 6 total colors that had symbols that were the same as others. It was 8. But this was a popular color. I think there was more than one bag of it, and this is how much was left. Now, and if you've watched any of my kitting up videos, I am trying to go through that process, which is my least favorite part of diamond painting, as quickly as I can. So I'm not precious about like saving 10 drills, but I also don't want to have to be. You know, I think these little diamonds are, they're made in China, I'm sure, by the billions. They can add some more. They don't need to have people, these kits are not inexpensive. This is a premium company, and we shouldn't have to be worried about whether we're gonna run out. And here's my favorite example. This, as you can see, this little anchor symbol is 100% gone. Whoops, dropped it. I had to actually go through the tray that I had used when I was kitting up to scrounge for diamonds in order to get out enough diamonds in order to finish the kit. And I literally had the exact correct number in order to finish. Overall, I still think that it it's a nice picture, right? I enjoyed working on it. Am I swearing off Dreamer Design for the rest of my life? No, I'm not. I have another Dreamer Design in my stash that I plan to work on probably in the spring, and I do need to buy at least one more from Dreamer Design's new kits, because that one I noticed also was not a new release. So I want to buy a new release kit and compare it to this one and determine to what extent I feel that this is an accurate representation of Dreamer Design's kits. And I want to reserve judgment until that time. Again, it's still very nice, but the rendering itself, there was just a few things that I thought I'll probably actually change out. For example, I really like this angel over the fireplace. Zoom in here. Can I zoom in anymore? No. Okay. But I mean, number one, you can kind of see it's not the clearest. I mean, it's not the largest detail, but if I compare it to Good Tidings Fox, which I just did before this one, It's the clarity on that one, that's a Diamond Art Club, is just so much better. But my major complaint is her eyes are like green. They're like olive, like a drab olive. She looks like a zombie angel. And like, what is this? It might be my mistake, I don't know, but there's like random brown in the middle of her. I'm gonna pull out her eyes. That sounds bad. I'm gonna take out the drills that are brown and I'm gonna put blue ones or something else, like maybe even like a white AB. And I'm gonna do that because I think that will help. I mean, if you look over here on the little Santa, he looks pretty good. He looks better than she does. He's got, you know, dark brown or black eyes. Maybe I'll do that too, but I didn't like that. That's just a small little thing. And then the last thing that I wanted to take a look at, I have a feeling might be my error, and we're gonna look. I need to pull this back so that I can zoom in enough. Okay. Do you see this rogue blue AB diamond there? Yeah. Well, it's in the middle of a carpet, and it's the same color as the present above it. So I'm gonna pull it out because I'm guessing I messed this one up. And I don't wanna blame anybody at Dreamer Design for something that I think is probably my error. So let me pull this out right here and confirm, because I haven't looked. Yeah, it's the wrong color. Okay. So, and that's not a situation where like the symbol was hard to read or anything. I just put the wrong color in right here. So that'll be interesting because like I said, I've already kitted down that color, and when I kit down, there's not very much left. I just threw it away. So I'll go through what I have saved and find a red drill and put it in there. So that is, as I suspected, my error, of which I'm sure there are more in this kit. But overall, I'm gonna zoom out again. It's a nice looking kit. I enjoyed doing it. It's very Christmassy. Lot of very traditional Christmas colors. I think that if this kit could have been improved if it had a wider variety of colors. I don't think 54 colors was enough for this kit. And I think that there could have been some improvements to the rendering. I do want to, on a positive note, say kind of my favorite parts about this kit. I thought that the candle lights up here came out very well. I thought those look really nice. I also enjoyed a lot working on this wreath and the bow. There were quite a few ABs in the balls that are on the wreath, and I thought they came out well. And then I really liked Santa. I thought Santa came out well. And again, for whatever reason, he's not any bigger than the angel, but he looks better than her. And then the same thing with this Santa Claus, or not Santa Claus, snowman over here. He's really, I actually was concerned that he would just look like a blob because, let me zoom in on him, because when you're looking at the uncompleted, rendering, it kind of looks like a blob, but he actually came out nice as well. I really liked him. And then I thought that the background of the fireplace behind the stockings with the woodwork, I thought that came out really nice. And the mantle, all these lines and the colors they used, I thought were nice. So I don't want it to sound like I'm completely negative on Dreamer Design. It wasn't that I hated this kit. I just think that there's room for improvement, and I wanted to be honest about that. So thanks for watching this video. I hope everything's going well in your life and that you're having a great new year so far. Again, I'm Erica. If you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate it. Please like it. Consider subscribing. I put out a video once a week on Saturdays, so I look forward to seeing you back again soon. Bye-bye.